the president is entitled to use the name Bharat because she is the president of Bharat as much as she is the president of India. If the name, if they say, don't call our country India, only call it Bharat, that is then an enforcement of a certain point of view, which others can oppose. But if she wants to encourage the use of the name Bharat, as Mohan Bhagwatji has said, then why this strong objection?
Rahul, pertinent question. You look at the history of the BJP since 2014.
This is for me, right,
whether it's
Rahul?
a name change of a road, whether it's a name change of a monument, it's all dictated by a political imperative. And we all know that. This is a non-performing government. It's also, in my opinion, a performing liability. And therefore, it tries very hard to divert the attention of the people from the pressing problems that ought to be discussed. Here are my 2 points here. Politically, and I want to say this emphatically on your program, the BJP is basically a marketing machine that has got stumped because the tagline of the India alliance is Jodega Bharat, Jeetega India. So the opposition alliance has taken away both Bharat and India from the BJP. Now they're trying desperately to try and say, we will hold on to the Bharat name through hook or by crook. It doesn't work that way. The second point, which is very critical, and I need to expose the BJP's for nationalism for your viewers. This is a party. When Gautam Adani's group was charged with doing a financial swindle, stock market manipulation, accounting fraud, the CFO of that company actually said this is an attack on India. And the BJP spokespersons defended him like they were the lawyers. Adani was equal to India. And this is a party that comes and lectures the people of the country on India and Bharat. I mean, this is a crude manifestation of the shamelessness of a political party that is morally compromised, intellectually defunct, and I think politically corrupted at the
Harsh Gupta, from a branding perspective, will this name change, if it happens at this time, suggest that because the India alliance called themselves India, that kind of got under the skin of the BJP and therefore they've gone to the extent of saying don't use Bharat, because this isn't something that's been pushed since 2014. See, UCC, the Ram Temple in Ayodhya, Article 370 have been core pillars of ideology. Now, the idea of pushing Bharat as a name is a relatively new phenomena. The likes of Sanjay Jha, those in the Congress will say it's because of the fact that this is the India alliance, that's why they've changed the name.
Rahul,
let Harsh respond.
Rahul, what is the full form of BJP? Bharatiya Janata Party.
Sure.
What is the full form of the party that preceded the BJP? Bharatiya Jan Sangh. So obviously the BJP or BJS is not using the term Bharat now in response to some alliance that has been concocted. It's common sense. Once again, India, that is Bharat, is Article 1 of the Indian Constitution. The point here is, because some people want to focus on the fact that somehow India is only the sum of its parts. It is not more than the sum of its parts. There is no organic unity that Gandhi, Nehru, Ambedkar themselves recognized, as opposed to Gandhians and Nehruvians and Ambedkarites today. That it is a 5,000-year-old civilization, that this is just another manifestation, and we now call it India as well with love, pride and respect. It does not negate the fact that the word Bharat, which comes from the Bharata tribe or King Bharat, has a very long history going back to prehistory. So why should that name not be celebrated in a world increasingly of civilizational states? It is very self-absorbing, narcissistic, solipsistic for any party or coalition to say that because of my name or my new name, suddenly a name which already exists for the country should not be emphasized or de-emphasized. Okay. It has been, the Prime Minister has been saying, not now, but since 2014, about 1,000 years of slavery. Now, the 1,000 years of slavery was before 1947, right? There was no political unit called India, but there was always this organic civilization that we can now call India in retrospect, or that people used to call Bharat. Some people earlier used to call Aryavart, some Jambu Dweep, some in northern India used to call it Hindustan. But Bharat was the most popular, authentic name, which is not in Hindi, by the way. Let me correct one of the people who were on your panel. It is a Sanskritic name. If you go back to King Bharat or the Bharat tribe, there was no Hindi then, right? It was Sanskrit and then later of Prakrit. As somebody else rightly mentioned, in all South Indian languages and regions, also the word Bharat or Bharat Varsham or Bharat Desham is used. So this has got nothing to do with Hindi at all. It is in fact the most Indian authentic name we have given to ourselves instead of taking
so I'm
the
out
word
of
others have
time,
given, which is also
but I want to
perfectly
get
fine,
quick
and
final
which we have
words.
totally internalized.
Sanjay Jha wants to go first and then Shehzad. Sanjay.
Yeah, Rahul, the gentleman before me waxed eloquent on civilizational ethos. Now, sir, even I happen to be a student of political history, and history was one of my subjects as an undergraduate student. I also am aware that civilizations are not just some kind of an abstract term. It's about the political and the social practices. Can you tell me, when did lynching of the minority community, when did hate speeches calling for genocide, when did political leadership of a country doing dog whistle politics, when did that become part of civilization? Can you explain that to me?
I'll let Shehzad Poonawala respond and have the last word. Go on.
1960 is Jabalpur. 1960 is Jabalpur.
In fact, Mumbai 1992 also, and at that time it was the Uddhav Sena they used to blame, but now they're happily in alliance with them. But that's another story for Sanjay Jha's hypocrisy. That's not the point. The point is, Rahul, that if you have called your yatra Bharat Jodo Yatra, which started with George Ponea, who had many things to say about Bharat Mata, why is it that you are so upset that the president is calling the invite president of Bharat? You should be celebrating it. Point number one. And point number two, if renaming is politically imperative, then there have been people who got married in this country named as Antonia and they took the name of Sonia. So if you can do it and you can take a name that you feel is civilizationally more fit, what is the problem if we are encouraging the use of Bharat, which is constitutionally ordained?
India's #1 political reporter.
Defines what seems to be happening, vendetta politics. कोई दूध के से धुला हुआ नहीं है.
Unmatched eye, unmatched experience.
The world has changed. My black hair has become grey as well.
And with unmatched passion for the story.
Do not monopolize the conversation.
When it's 100% news that matters. It's News Today with Rajdeep Sardesai. Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. Only on India Today TV. India's #1 political reporter.
Defines what seems to be happening, vendetta politics. कोई दूध के से धुला हुआ नहीं है.
Unmatched eye, unmatched experience.
The world has changed. My black hair has become grey as well.
And with unmatched passion for the story.
Do not monopolize the conversation.
When it's 100% news that matters. It's News Today with Rajdeep Sardesai. Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. Only on India Today TV. India's #1 political reporter.
Defines what seems to be happening, vendetta politics. कोई दूध के से धुला हुआ नहीं है.
Unmatched eye, unmatched experience.
The world has changed. My black hair has become grey as well.
And with unmatched passion for the story.
Do not monopolize the conversation.
When it's 100% news that matters. It's News Today with Rajdeep Sardesai. Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. Only on India Today TV.